Okay, we're all set. Anyone want to start? Yeah.
Hi Jurgen,
Hi.
congratulations.
Thank you.
Quite a game again. I don't know if I heard you right in telly, but were you saying that first half is one of the best performances that you've seen in your time at Liverpool?
Yeah, yeah, I think so. It was the feeling I had after the game or when I saw the first half because of the quality of the opponent, which you saw in the second half, extremely how good they really are. And so denying them in so many moments is so difficult. And creating your own opportunities, using them is obviously very difficult as well. And so the first half was outstanding in pretty much all parts of the game, I would say. Yeah, but then second half is again they score like we did in the previous game. They scored an early goal, and yes, then it's clear. It opens up. No football player on the planet feels safe against City with the 3-1 lead. It's always clear what they can do, and there were not a lot. There were moments, of course, but most of the time you defend it well. But they got one time through, and it's like, oops. That's really good. Yes, we needed Ali. What a game he played. But we had our own moments as well, and could have decided the game earlier, obviously, but didn't do it, and so it makes it even more special. So 3-0 against City would feel kind of strange. 3-2 is a fair result, and was still good enough to bring us to the final.
And it feels like you can make changes with this squad, and it almost doesn't make a difference. Obviously Canate comes in, or Dia. I mean, you can interchange players, and you really have the depth of squad to do that now.
It makes always a difference, but it makes most of the time for the good. So let me say like this, in a difference in the right direction. Yeah, we needed it. We needed it. We cannot. And here we have now from here on 10 games for sure, which is already an insane number, and we can qualify for the 11th game, which will be difficult as well, for a completely different reason, but will be difficult. And so it will be incredibly tough, but it's nice. When I speak about it, it's our situation, and we as long as we can make changes, we have to make changes to use the full quality of the squad and of the individual as well. It's just incredibly difficult. You play on Wednesday, and then it's Saturday again, and then Tuesday again, and then it's I think it's Sunday after that, if I'm 100% right. But then we go again Wednesday, bam, 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 all this kind of thing. So yeah, we have to try to find lineups, find formations, to be in each game as recovered as possible, but we need rhythm as well, so that's the tricky part. But as long as the boys are all fit, it's all about decision making before the game, and in the game it's anyway about decision making from the boys. So fair enough. The boys have to be on top of the game, and we have to be on top of the game as well.
Okay, Gary.
Thank. Or you can mention whatever you want. That doesn't make it more likely that you get the answer you want from me. So, and I think a game like today shows it even more how unlikely it is to do something like that. So we went now through against City, which is incredibly difficult and intense, and in 3 days we play again against Man United with their 3 points today, obviously, and the results from Tottenham and Arsenal. The fight for the Champions League spot is the door is open for all of the three. So they will be on their toes. Then, so it's historically not a friendly game. A few days later we play Everton. In the situation they are, will not be a friendly game. Then we play Villarreal, will not be a friendly game. Then Newcastle, and all these kind of things. So it's just incredibly intense, and it's really unlikely that the team will win just all the games. And with the FA Cup final now, we which I think the Southampton game will now be moved, if I'm 100% right. That means we play Southampton in a midweek. And so it's really unlikely, but I couldn't care less, to be honest. I couldn't. It's just let's go for it. Let's try to win the next game, and then we see how we can recover between now and then, and all these kind of things. So we will see. Of course, of course. I mean, we never thought that this is Man City or whatever. There were some people who didn't understand the situation, and that's not nice. And it felt really wrong in that moment. But we cannot change that, and it has nothing to do with City. And of course, we accept the apology.
Okay, Chris.
He played an incredible game. He played an absolutely incredible game, and he was our first player to start the press, so it was intense for him as well. Yeah, the first goal he scored, I love it. But I don't like too much about the goal. That the goalie Zach will get some criticism for it. It's not about that, because Zach can do what he wants in that situation, like Ederson did a week ago. These kind of things happen with Ali and all these things. If you want to play football, that can happen. But acceleration of Sadio, the desire to get there, that was really, really great. So this goal was great, and the other one was obviously proper football until the final pass with the little chip, and then the volley was a great goal. Ibu scored now the third goal in his third start in a row, if I'm 100% right, which is very helpful as well. Set pieces are very important, and especially when, for sure, teams are quite a little bit more focused on virtual. So it's really important that the second target player can use that. Maybe he did it now 3 times. It's really cool.
Okay, yeah.
Sorry. The second, who? Thiago. Oh, yeah. So, is coincidence? No. Of course, we work on it, but unfortunately, we work on set piece as well when we don't score in the game. So that's a little bit the tricky part. Where you need a good delivery, good movements, good timing, very important. We had that now a few times, and they were all incredibly important. So long may it continue. That it's Ivo in that situation. It's not coincidence, but it's, of course, you need the right runs in all different gaps, and that in this case, I think Robbo hits his gap is a little bit coincidence, I would say, but planned as well. Thiago, top performance, but how midfield? That was football, eh? So Naby, Fab, compare the 2 games at City now and today. So you can see there how important it is. Then you can give players a rest in specific moments. Not about they're not good or whatever. You see it. Oh, and because my boys always want, but still don't always deliver. That must be, because I know them that well, must be a physical reason. So we tried to figure that out, and now he didn't play during the week, and now could play today, and that gave midfield obviously nice rhythm, really nice rhythm today. A lot of top class individual performances. With Trent with against Jack Grealish there, very often in 1v1 situations, that's most uncomfortable, to be honest. And he did really well on important challenges first half where we could go away with and these things. Again, I said before the game that I thought, or after the game immediately at City, I thought, yes, we were slightly lucky, more lucky than City that we got a point there, but we were not 100% ourselves. So, but because of City's quality, of course, but there's still some stuff to do by ourselves, and we stepped up today. So we played much better than we did at City, and that's why we deserved the win as well.
Okay, gentleman over there.
Yeah, of course. It's clear you have to. You can defend ball without the speed we have in the last line. You can defend balls in the last line. Obviously, if you judge the situation better. So when do they play? It's not that all of a sudden the ball comes like this. You can see how the situation is. We try to put pressure, obviously, on the boy on the ball, but if you don't do that, you cannot have the line we had at City, for example. But it worked out for us really often, and then it works not out in one game, and then now we have to talk in general about it or these kind of things. And then the reaction from the boys today was exceptional, because we want to have a high last line in the right moments, but if the moment is wrong, we don't want to have it. Then you have to just pick up the runs of the opponent, and then you win these kind of races if you want, have a good chance to win them. Not all, we cannot deny that all the time. But the proper thing to do to avoid long balls from City and behind your line is just have a very deep last line. That will not happen. But that would kill a lot of our game, and that's why you should do it. So we have just to improve, in these moments, and we obviously did.
Okay, final question.
Jurgen, hi. This season, you guys have cancelled each other out at Anfield and at the Etihad. Previously as well, you've only been separated by 1 point, and currently that stands like that as well. And a lot of talk has been about this being the highest quality or the most fierce rivalry in